Happening now as the federal government gears up to roll out the president's health care law, privacy advocates are raising some concerns about what could be the largest consolidation of personal data ever. Starting this year, the Obama administration is creating something called the Federal Data Services Hub, or the Hub for short. Americans seeking federal subsidies for health insurance will be registered in this hub. And the hub links together the Department of Health and Human Services and 7 other agencies, like the Department of Homeland Security, for example, and the IRS. What this hub will do, it will contain your personal information, including your social security numbers. It will contain your income and family status, your immigration status, your incarceration status or lack thereof, as well as your health coverage status. Theresa Payton is a former Bush administration chief information officer. She's also co-author of Protecting Your Internet Identity. Are you naked online? That's a loaded question. Theresa, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We were speaking to a cybersecurity expert last hour, and we asked him this question, what should we be more worried about the hub, or is most of our information already out there? And he said it's a little bit like Pandora's box. Most of it we've already voluntarily released online. So is this really that big of a deal?
You're absolutely right. There's more data out about us than we actually realize. But this is an unprecedented linkage of all of this data in real time across all of these departments and agencies at the federal and state level. That's what makes this different, and that's why there's some concerns about how are we going to protect your privacy and your security.
Is there anything we can do personally?
Absolutely. Other than talking to your legislature at the local and federal level, there's something you can do today. And that is create your own email address for your health insurance. Don't use it for banking. Don't use it for any of your social media accounts. And that way, if this data is compromised, it's only linked to that email account.
Interesting. So that might just be one thing to just be proactive about. If we don't do it this way, and I mean we, if the government doesn't set up this type of so-called hub, how would we go about cross-referencing some of the information that needs to be cross-referenced?
There's different ways to do this. And if you think about it, insurance companies, financial service companies, they've had to figure this out. And they have to think about how do you connect all the dots across all this data while at the same time protecting it. So maybe it's a multi-step process. Maybe you only look at one piece of data. Once you get affirmation on that, then you look at the next piece of data. So there are some strategies that can be deployed that you're not getting it all in real time, somebody's entire life, where it could be compromised.
And that's something we should talk a little bit about. So social security number is already out there when we file our taxes, and our immigration status is probably already out there when we file our taxes. There's a couple things that we already know that government has access to. But there's been some misinformation about whether or not the government would be able to launch right into our health records and know, dating back whether or not we've been vaccinated or anything like that. Can you set this record straight about that? When it comes to the hub, is there direct access to our healthcare files or not?
I think there's a lot we still don't know about the design of the healthcare hub. Some have called it a database, some have called it an interface. But regardless, what people need to walk away with is the data collection in real time is unprecedented. And that's where we need to take accountability for our own individual data, ask questions, even asking your doctor the simple question about how do you protect my records is important regardless of where Obamacare goes.
Some great information for us today. Theresa, thank you very much.
Thank you.